Good day everybody and welcome back to the British Street build. It's been a while since I've made a video. You won't necessarily know this because the 2 episodes prior to this are pre-uploaded or pre-recorded in that sense. But yeah, it's been about 3 days since I've done any recording. I've had a bit of a tough time, personally, and also in game as well. I have been trying to do a lot of Let's Builds, but the designs just aren't there. It's like writer's block, except it's builder's block or something. Block, Minecraft, lol, funny jokes, lol. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today, well, hopefully we're going to be finishing this thing here. As you can see, I have put a roof on. It's a fairly standard affair, really. We are continuing with the stairs at the edge. This is because this is a design choice, because of the way that the street is going to be laid out. We can always change it later. It doesn't matter. It'll be a little bit of work, but nothing too major. Right, let's just put... Oh dear, I keep doing that with the stairs. I'm not sure why. There we go. Anyway, back here, we have a bit of a problem. We can either have a flat roof here, or we can have another little apex. Now, I'm going to make a little apex here, I think, because I think that would look quite nice. So that's just very simple. I mean, why am I teaching you guys how to build an apex? If you're watching these videos, I presume you know how to build an apex. I'm going to make that assumption because, quite frankly, anyone can build an apex. Oh dear, we haven't got any stairs here. Oh, rats. So anyway, how's everybody else doing? I've already said how I'm doing. I'm doing a bit badly. Had a bit of a virus recently. Suffering from hay fever. Yay, I guess. Yeah, but that's about it. That's all that's been done. Actually, hang on a second. Because these are going to be sealed up in here, you're going to want to put glowstone in here to stop bats and stuff spawning, because it does happen, and it's very annoying when it does. Oh dear. Let's see. You could as well, to prevent lighting errors in the room below, just run a couple of blocks underneath here, like this. This is white stained clay, but no one's going to notice, are they? Honestly, I mean, who's going to actually care about this when they can't see it? You could do this underneath all of this, but this is just a quick build, so I probably won't do that. In fact, I might do it, but I might do it sort of like off camera, as a lot of the work here has been. So what was I talking about? Ah, yeah, glowstone. So we need to break out our glowstone. Oh, rats. Let's give it a sign, shall we? Just light it up. The stairs might create lighting errors with the glowstone. I don't know. I'm hoping they're not going to. So let's just seal this up. Honestly, if it looks too dark, then it probably is. But we're not here to do this today. This is just extra stuff. We're here today to tackle 2 things. 1, the layout, and 2, this little bit up here. So the layout of the upstairs can vary. You'll notice that I've left a 2 wide gap here. That's because there's going to be a sort of banister rail. I've not decided on the design yet. Actually, that's another thing I've got to explain to you. My speech is going to be a little bit different. I've got an ulcer on the very tip of my tongue, and it hurts like hell. And it affects the way I say, like, S words and stuff like that. So, actually, I might not swear for once. Anyway, that aside, we have to brick up the corners like this, because this is where the walls are, obviously. So, we can't do anything there. We can do something here, though. That's quite interesting. So, let's see. How many rooms do I reckon I can get up here? I reckon I can get 3 up here. I mean, the master bedroom has a little bit of a problem, but I think what we can do is we can block this up entirely, and there's no window here. White stained clay, get lost, we want quartz. And we can have like a sort of shower room attached to the master bedroom here. And I think what we want to do is we want to wall up this side as well. Or maybe we don't want to wall this side up. What's the maximum we can get away with here? So we can get away with the wall being here. I think this would make a little room here. So we've got one room here. That'll probably be the bathroom. This looks like it's going to be a 2-bedroom house. Just out of instinct. This just looks very 2-bedroom-esque. Because we've only got a couple of faces to put windows on, and it's this one here. If it was going to be a 3-bedroom house, the bathroom would have to have no windows. And whilst that may be sort of somewhat logical, it might look a little stupid. Now the great thing with this thing is here, the banister rail, is that we can build within 2 blocks of the gap, which is not usually the case because we have to leave space for a rail here. But we've left the space already, so we know it's safe to build here. And we'll put that there because I think that gives us a lot of space to play with. Actually, that leaves 2 very big rooms. We could, in theory, fit a small bathroom in here. Now, how big do I want the master bedroom to be? Well, I don't want the master bedroom to be massive. It's got this huge bay window section as well, so we just want it to be really big enough to contain the bed. So the bed's going to be about 3 blocks wide, so the whole situation's going to be about 5. So I measure 7 there. Right. I could divide this in half here, but honestly, this leaves a 3 by... I'm not comfortable with that. That's a small room. Because that's the other way you can do it. If you've got only 2 windowed faces of your house, you can divide up the back section in half like this. In fact, that's what happened in the British Suburban. I was about to go and show it to you, but then I remembered we're in a different world. And the Neo-Gothic house is also gone. The Neo-Gothic Lagfest is gone. Currently, I'm thinking this master bedroom is far too big. Like, far too big for its purpose. We need access, so I think this is probably the place where we can build. I reckon that's a pretty good shout. I reckon that's a fairly good shout. I mean, we could build a wall here. I mean, we've wasted a lot of space in here, but you've got to remember that there's a door in here for the master bedroom. And this will give the master bedroom its ensuite section, and it'll give it a nice wall to put the bed. Now, this is too big to be one room, so I reckon we can divide it. If we have a doorway here, we can divide it like this. But that leaves a very, very big room with no windows, and that's of concern to me. So I reckon we can just do this, like such. Oh, rats. And then suddenly we've got a room of acceptable size here. So basically now we've got 3 bedrooms. We've got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. The master isn't massive, but it's got that ensuite, remember, which I'm going to just trim down by a block because it's taking up a little bit too much space for my liking. There we go. And this here will be a windowless bathroom, which may not be a bad thing. We could fit a skylight, but that would be very, very difficult. Am I happy with this? Not really, no, because this is far too big to have no windows in it. But at the same time, this is probably the most efficient layout I'm going to get out of this place. The master bedroom isn't actually that big, is it? I've just realised the master bedroom's actually pretty tiny. But again, it's got this ensuite, which is eating a lot of its space, so... You know what? I think we'll keep this. I think this is a nice layout to have. So, what you want to do now is... Well, hang on a second, though. Because these aren't double thickness walls. That doesn't matter. We're going to use a different colour scheme. We're going to use a different technique here. We're going to go with the single thickness walls because it's a small build and it's meant to be simple. Now it's time to choose a colour for the walls. Actually, no, hang on a minute. No, we've got to put windows in first. Windows are important. I'll break out the quartz again. Windows are very important, so we want a fairly big window in this house here. Will that be big enough? No. I want a fairly big window at the back here, like a max. Because this is a bedroom, we can do whatever we like to this. I think we can safely make that bigger. That is a massive window. Holy shiitake mushrooms! I like it. I love it. And we can mirror it here, hopefully. We can have two windows exactly the same size. We've done this wrong again. We are lagging a little bit, and by lagging I mean we've dropped 1 frame, but it feels like we've dropped more. So there we go. That's that done. There we go. Down the bottom here, on the kitchen, we've got to build this bit here. I'm thinking that the kitchen has a door. I think we have a decking area in here. So I'll just put some bricks and stone slabs in here. We have a decking area in here, and we have a door from the kitchen onto here. So we'll put that in a really unintrusive place, like say here. Actually, no, we can't put it there because we need our L-shaped wraparound. So we're going to put it in the corner here like that. So we can just. There's going to be stairs up to it. Don't worry. So that'll be that. I think actually I'm going to have a little window above it, so we'll do that as well. I'm borrowing a lot of cues from my British suburban house here. These are just placeholders at the moment. Is this big enough for a window? No, not realistically. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I reckon we can make a fairly good fist of this. That's problematic, isn't it? We're going to have to do that. I like kitchens to have a lot of light in them. And I think we'll have a huge window at the bottom here. I like lots of light in my houses. Oh, hang on a minute. That looks ugly as fuck. What the hell? Oh, I get it. We can't have it here. Because that's the thingamajiggy there. Wall. Oh, for the love of cheese, come on. I'm so bad. Never record in the morning. There we go. That's not bad. That is not bad. I really like this. I'm really liking this at the moment. As for here, I'm not sure. I want a big window here, but I think we may have to do it like this. No, that's too low. There we go. Job done. So there we go. That's off center. No, wait. I knew this problem would occur. This is actually off center compared to the wall. So don't worry about that. Everything is fine. That's a fairly modern interpretation of this type of house, really, isn't it? So yeah. What about window design? Window design is going to be a thing, isn't it? I think we'll just brick up this wall here because honestly, and just put patterning on it or something. I think I've been rambling for too long. I get the feeling this is going to be like a 20-minute episode and it's going to be ridiculous. I haven't even got onto this thing yet. I really wanted to wrap this up quickly, but I've just been rambling and rambling and rambling and rambling, and it's just awful. What are we going to do about window frames? Because we've got a little design going on here. I think we want simplicity. Oh, pardon me. Good grief. I do apologise. I think we're going to go for simplicity here, so we'll go for something a little bit like this. The only problem with that is that we then have a little weird bit here. We'll put the side. I'll tell you what. We'll put the side pillars in here, and we'll delete the front ones and see what it looks like. That looks far too grand for this type of house. We are getting, oh my god, 5 FPS there for a second. That was bad. 46. Oh dear, this is not going well, is it? Oh well. Let's have a look. Oh god. You know what? I'm going to have to come away from this because I'm not liking any of the designs I'm seeing at the moment. So I'll take a break and I'll see you in just a moment. Alright, we are back. And as you can see, a few things have changed. There's a helicopter outside, that's one of them, but this feature here has been added. Basically, this is one block down from the edge of the roof here, and then it's stairs paired together to create this shape here, like that. And they basically, there's 3 sets of those, and they fill in this space here where the window should be, a false window, very nicely indeed. We've also got these little roof supports here. I questioned adding these in. Originally they were going to be quartz, but I thought that's a bit grand, isn't it? But then I remembered that we've got this massive bay window thing, and I thought, oh well, we'll leave it in. This is reserved for a drain pipe spot currently. Around the back, you can see my chosen window design for something fairly simple. I decided not to go with recessed windows because it just made the building look too grand. At the moment, it looks sort of like acceptable grand. It's like sort of mediocre, and that's exactly what we're after. On the roof, I've added this sort of ending wood thing. It's basically stairs and upside down stairs paired together, and in the middle there is an upside down stair and a wooden slab. You could make that brick, I guess, but that's up to you, I guess. I want to add a chimney as well, but I fear that that is going to take a bit of work, so I may leave that for another episode. I said this house would take roughly 4 episodes to build, and I think I'm about right on that. I think we'll leave it here. Honestly, we haven't done that much, but hopefully I've explained better than ever my rationale for laying out houses on the interiors. Basically, interior walls. Will I finish this off camera? Absolutely not. I've yet to decide what I want to go here. The chimney, I think, is just going to be a false chimney. So I think we'll build a chimney up here. So we'll delete, say, I don't know, these 3 here, and have it rising up out of here like this. Like that. And it'll be, all will be very good. In fact, it doesn't actually look that bad, honestly. That's a pretty good thing. Just shove like a trio of flower pots on top of that and it'll look fantastic. Anyway, I think that's all for this. Now, interior walls, colour-wise, you can do what you want. Have a fiddle with that. I'll show you what I've come up with in the next episode of this British street, which is currently only 1 house and half a house. It'll get better, I promise. So we might actually get onto building the street section eventually. Anyway, remember to leave your suggestions for this thing in the comments below, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.